Okay, welcome back to my channel Green Wombat. I'm going to explain about the vacuum area or vacuum thingy or whatsoever you call it. All I know that it is a vacuum because there is some turbulence in the exhaust pipe. So uh, I was seeing this video. I can't give you the footage because I lost the video. But if you know the creator of the video, I would like to have the link, and I will insert the link in my description, because well, give the credits where credit is due. Okay. uh, well, before we started, I want to clarify something here. I'm not going to argue about his argument, because uh, all I know that he is right, but I'm not entirely, agree with him, because maybe we have a different point of view. I mean, his his theory is right. I'm going to explain this with the same theory itself. Yes, the conclusion of the explanation might be a little bit different. Okay, in this video I will explain the vacuum condition in the exhaust pipe. Before that, there are some things I have to explain. The first point about this combustion in chamber. So combustion chamber, combustion, yeah, whatsoever. Okay, combustion in combustion chamber. Combustion in chamber came from a mixture of oxygen and gasoline with the certain ratio that was ignited by the spark plug. So as you can see here, I'm not editing this. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. I'm not really well prepared about everything in here. Okay, as you can see, this is the spark plug. Okay, I don't know why it was going like that. Okay, this is the spark plug, and then this is the oxygen particles, and then of course the bubbles, the red bubbles are the gasoline particles. The process itself was like a chain reaction that didn't happen instantly, where the gasoline particles mixed with the oxygen were ignited by the spark plug, releasing the energy that was contained in it, in the air fuel mixture, then gradually igniting the other particles. So it was like the chain reaction. If the spark plugs was igniting these particles, and then it will ignite these particles, and then it will move like a chain reaction. Okay. There was a certain ratio due to the value of the benzene chains or the benzene bonds in the chamber will determine the combustion time itself. The more complex of the bond itself, like the octane rate, etc., etc., the longer the combustion takes time. So not really a combustion times, but like disassembling the gasoline particle will take a lot of longer time than this simpler one. But one thing that we have to note here, I believe there is no producent. uh like they didn't give us the real or the exact thing that was put or being assembled in their gasoline. So we didn't have any data about that. Okay, but we still can assume some things to to continue this explanation. If the gasoline particles was too tight, the combustion time wouldn't be ideal. In certain case, if the spark plug can or couldn't give enough voltage, there will be there will be a remaining of the gasoline particles and causing pollution or fuel dilution. Meanwhile, if I I hate this, I have to touch my phone, so it didn't shut down the you know the screen. Sorry about that. If where was I? Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. There will be some gasoline particles remaining and causing pollution or fuel depletion. Meanwhile, if lack of gasoline particles, it will cause the engine become hotter or and hotter. So the temperature in the chamber will raise, and then the engine itself it will become hotter. So that was the first point. And then we came to the second point here. As explained in the first point, the distance between the gasoline particles also affect the state of the combustion chamber. When the exhaust valve open, so the exhaust valve, I should use another color, I think. Now like this is the exhaust, and then this is the intake one. So if the exhaust valve, the X valve, sorry about that. If the exhaust valve open, then the airflow will come to the exhaust, and then it will be replaced by the cold air from the intake when the intake valve open. This is something that called scavenging effect. And then there is some correlation between the scavenging effect and the exhaust pipe. So the scavenging effect was determined by the difference between one area and the other area, like the difference between the pressure of one area and the pressure of the other area. So the lower pressure in the exhaust, the faster the airflow, which means increasing the pressure in the chamber, meaning the exhaust profile will also become a factor for the pressure in the combustion chamber. In the gasoline, if the gasoline particles in the combustion chamber were too dense or too tight, the combustion at low RPM wouldn't be optimal, and this is not good for the engine, because the temperature of the engine itself will raise a little bit, not a little bit, I think. So I think that's all the second point that I have to explain. It's just about the scavenging effect, and what's the correlation between the scavenging effect and the exhaust pipe. And then we are going to explain about the exhaust now. Okay, here I give some imaginary picture. I drew my drawing is pretty bad. So in this area you can see that I colored it red, and then this is orange, and then the last one is blue, and then at this section you can you might see some little purple there and there too. It was marked as the vacuum area for the exhaust. For the record, the vacuum area might not be appear at the lower engine RPM. So okay, the conclusion, what is the conclusion? The vacuum area in the exhaust pipe is not always a bad thing, as long as the pressure and the pipe length itself is fitted to the engine specification, not vice versa, or not the other way around. It shouldn't be a problem, because uh, sorry and then if the exhaust pipe has no vacuum area, and the airflow rate is and the airflow rate was high, but the engine itself isn't designed for high RPM. So you have to underline it. If the exhaust pipe doesn't has any vacuum area, and then the airflow rate from the exhaust pipe is pretty high, but the engine itself not designed for high RPM, the engine itself wouldn't be as efficient as before. The horsepower of the lower RPM might decrease, and vice versa. So in other case, if the engine was designed to run at the higher RPM, like a 4-cylinder 250cc engine, and the pipe has a lot of vacuum area, then there is a possibility for the engine getting overheat caused by the lack of the gasoline input to the chamber, because well, more vacuum area, it means that a lower scavenging effect. And then I drew the graphic here. So uh, yeah, as you can see, the previous example was like this. The engine wasn't really supposed to run at high rpm, like only around 8000 rpm at the, and then the lower rpm horsepower was decreased. And then for the second examples, you know, it just the other way around like this. So the lower rpm has a little bit more power than it, but the peak power itself wouldn't be better than the stock exhaust itself. So yeah, a vacuum in area in the exhaust area is not really that bad. It depends on the engine itself. Okay, thank you for watching my video. If you have anything to say or maybe correcting my video, go ahead, just write down your comment in the comment section. Okay, thank you very much, and we might see another time.